Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters, Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has 3 children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew, Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had 2 daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it. Because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. Hey, y'all. Look, I know y'all in here already. I know y'all in here ready. I know you've been here ready, right? Because when I tell you that today's show, today, I mean that. I means that. So, buckle up, buttercup. Because here we go. Y'all know I don't like to waste no time. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's day was good. I ain't have time to pull no pictures today because I just wanted to get straight to letting y'all know what had happened. What had happened was today. Because today was... Anyway. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So, let me see who I'm going to deal with first. Okay. So, today, everybody clocked in. All the Duprees was there. I don't think one person was missing from in attendance today, not of any consequence, except for Smitty and Martin. I guess they had the day off, but that's all right. And Nurse Ashley, because that's all right. So, but everybody else clocked in today. Naomi is on the phone with her husband because he's at work, and he writes the name Hamilton down on his notepad, right? I'm trying to figure out who is Hamilton, and I still don't think we really find out in this episode, but that's all right. So I guess we have to put a little mark right there, to remember who is Hamilton, because that's the only thing he had written on this notepad was Hamilton, right? So he gets on the phone and he calls his wife, and he says, I just want to let you know that I love you. And she's like, okay. And he says, and I need you to hear what I'm going to tell you and know that I got your best interest at heart. I'm always going to look out for you. And I'm trying to see what is this I wrote down here. Oh, and he has her full attention when he says that, because they break for commercial when he goes, I love you, right? Now y'all know when somebody starts, I love you, right? I never do you wrong, right? You already know there's some stuff coming behind that. But anyway, that's how the show opens up. Meanwhile, Danny goes to a bar, the neighborhood bar, and she's sitting there and she's having a drink. And at first, it seems like the guy that serves the drinks was trying to be a little bit flirtatious at first. Excuse me, y'all, I'm opening up some water. It seems to me like he was trying to be a little bit flirtatious, so she had to put him back in his place like, excuse me, you's a bartender, I'm a Dupree. These two things do not mix. But Danny, he probably heard, how you and your daughter is, so he probably was just, tapping on the door to see if it would open to him too, because I mean, my Lord. Anyway, she's sitting there looking at her phone, and she's flashing back to when she was playing in the kiddie pool with Andre, and he sends her a text and says, "I feel used," and then she texts him back and says, "'Cause you were, thoroughly," and then he sends her a text back and says, "Well, maybe not." Danny says, "Well, I know one thing, never again, but see you later." Andre says, "Why is that so special?" And she said, "Stay tuned." Okay, Danny, whatever you gonna have playing on that channel, I hope it is not included in my package, because I don't need to see it. We don't need to see it. We don't want to see it, girl. Whatever. She then gets on the phone and calls her daughter and tells her to come to the Dupree compound, which you know is the mom and daddy's house, Vernon and Anita. She's like, "I need you to get down there this evening because I have some earth-shaking news to share." Okay. So they cut away to the Dupree compound, and Vernon was on the phone with somebody. That seems like they was trying to give him the business a little bit, like you know, it was just calling to check in and see about your daughter and what do you think and da, 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 da. And Vernon had to remind whoever it was on the phone, let us not forget that one of yours had a little problem not too long ago. Okay. And of course, whoever that was got on off the phone. He then turns to talking to Anita, his wife. And they're kind of going over the events of the day. And she's like, "Who was that on the phone?" He's like, just somebody, another one of these phone calls I had to fill. And then he said, listen to this, y'all. He said, "How many phone calls have you had to fill from the ladies who lunch?" Now, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is that not the name that we done gave them over here for the three secretaries to get together? Is somebody from that show listening to this broadcast? If you are, we thank you and we hope that you will take some more stuff because hey, we love it. Maybe eventually you'll let us be the official people over here that you let review the show, that you put on your page and say, "Watch over here," so we don't mind. But we already call them women and ladies who lunch. I caught that. But then again, I don't know. But I'm just saying, maybe you never know. People be listening to little obscure channels to be picking up stuff and see what people saying about their show. But anyway, let me get back to what we talking about. Danny calls Naomi, her daughter, the one that's married to the cop, and expresses that she's happy that she's moved on, and that she's glad no one got hurt at that whole wedding fiasco, and tells her to get to the compound later. Vanessa walks in Vanessa walks in, because she's on the phone at the bar, and she's all pumped up, and Vanessa looks like to me she was up to something. That's to me now. That's to me now. As Vanessa, Vanessa's the real estate friend. Ooh, that Vanessa. Anyway, they switch over to Vanessa's husband. He done met up with some man in a car, right? And because of the business that I'm in, I deal with a lot of people that look just like him sometimes. And what I can tell you is that he definitely looked like one of them people that you don't want to be crossing up. Okay, because I dabble a little bit in the entertainment section, and I'm gonna tell you now that they're the ones that had to look like you don't want to be crossing them. They really do be looking like that. Anyway, Dr. Doug says that he's been gambling since he was a kid. He's telling the man, "Well, I've been gambling since I was a kid, and me and Randy, we was friends." And Randy, it didn't sound like Randy was really down for that kind of stuff, but he's just running down him. Me and him been running the streets together since we was kids. And this man owns the casino that he's sitting in the car talking to. And the man shows him the exact number that he owes down to the casino. And he says, he's like, "What you doing with that?" And he was like, "Well, it's my place of business. I got to know what's going on down there." He said, "But you know what I need? I need friends, especially one like you." And I'm trying to figure out exactly what does this man want. Hold on for a second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. I have activity in my house today, so even though my door is closed, sometimes and this mic is sensitive to me, I'm not sure what you guys will or will not pick up. But anyway, the man says, "I need friends like you." And he mean that's a doctor. So he gonna want some stuff. See, Doug, this is the reason why you should stay out of stuff. Because if you stay out of stuff, then ain't nobody got to be coming back trying to collect no favors from you. Okay. But you're gonna learn the hard way because you deep in. You've been doing this since you was a kid, like you told the man. They go back to Danny and Vanessa, who are talking at the bar, and she says, "Well, my hubby's been busy." Yes, he has, girl. He been busy down to the thing, getting stuff he ain't got no business. Okay? Doing stuff he ain't got no business. Okay? And she says, "Well, my husband's been so busy, but but one thing about it, we're content. We're very content with each other." But then she goes to talking about the trainer man that she was messing around with last week. Girl, pick a focus. My Lord, today. Anyway, she continues on to talk about Danny tells her, she says, "Well, you better be careful, because that's how me and Bill kind of got started with things, how, not being focused on each other or whatever." And Vanessa looks up, and the trainer is there. See that? See how you can't even stay focused, girl? And so when she goes over to the trainer, they lip lock right up in the bar. I mean, wasn't you and your husband just sitting up in this place? So I'm gonna tell you something. The people that work behind the gates know not to be running their mouth if they want to keep their job. Because any other place, child, your tea would be spilled in the streets. People would be telling on you. Okay. But anyway, um, let me see. Her and her husband, I'm saying her and her husband need some help, because between gambling and all of her extracurricular activities, I think they cooked as a couple. But then again, you got those people that just stay together, stay together, stay together, no matter what happens. Okay. Naomi was the first one, Danny's daughter, the one that's a lawyer married to the cop, is the first one that makes it over to the compound. And she's like, "I wonder what my mama want." And everybody's like, "Child, we don't know." But and she said, "Well, it could be something good." She did sound like she was happy. That's what her daddy said. He's like, "It could be something good," because Daddy did sound like she was happy. And her mama said, "Or she's run out of things to break." That mama cold. But she know her child, okay? You all say hello as you come into each other. Thank you for listening in, and I'm going to keep moving. They are all waiting on Danny to get there, and because everybody's arrived now, and they're pondering what she wants. Well, some of them are there, and they're pondering what she wants. So in walks Danny, and she's very chipper. And she tells the family, "I just want to thank you all for backing me up. I know I done put y'all through a lot and in a very impossible position." And the family tells her that they didn't want to hear. You could tell that the family was just like not really impressed. That's what I'm trying to say. The family didn't really seem to be impressed. But she's like, "Listen, I didn't hear you all until today. I know you all have been telling me that I need to move on, that, this thing is done." And she's like, "And I just want you all to know that finally I have heard you indeed." But they didn't seem to be impressed to me. But why? Why this family don't seem to be impressed when she's saying the thing that she need to be saying, right? Don't nobody get up celebrating. They all sitting there like, girl, next. Pass me the cheese whiz. Because ain't nobody trying to hit Danny with this stuff. Danny said, she was like, "I ain't gonna do it no more. These are things she ain't gonna do no more. I ain't gonna show up at Bill's office," and the family looking like, "What? You went to Bill's office?" Because see, they didn't know that. Only her daughter had known that. But she's like, "No, yeah, I did, but I ain't going down there no more. I'm not gonna be showing up with a pow nowhere no more. I ain't gonna be bothering Haley and Bill. I ain't gonna go down to their house," because I did go down there today. And they looking like, girl. She's like, "No, no, 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 no. But I ain't gonna be going over there no more. I have learned my lesson." She says, "You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the time when I was modeling and I fall down, go boom on the runway, and I got up. And because of the way I got up and turned that runway out, it catapulted my career." She's like, "So that's what I'm saying now. I have fallen down from grace, but I am getting up, and I'm going to use that energy to push Chelsea to the top." Chelsea was kind of looking like, "Wait, well, how I get in?" Because Chelsea done told y'all she tired of her mama being down there trying to run things for her. Okay? Miss B, you right. These folks are something else, honey. They are something else behind the gate, but we all here for it. Anyway, so they go back to Doug, who had been meeting up with this man, talking over his situation, right? And the man tells Doug, "I'm gonna pay your thing off for you, right? He done told him that. So when Doug gets out the car, his friend, his best friend that he was just talking about, gets in the car with the man. And he told the man, he says, I'm gonna pay his debt off. And he's like, You gonna pay somebody's debt off? That ain't the way you usually do business. He says, Yeah, but now he owes me. And I can use that. See, that's what friends are for. That's why you have to be careful. Don't let everybody do you a favor. I'm trying to tell y'all. You know what I forgot to tell y'all? Do you know what I forgot to tell y'all? The tea was so hot down to behind the gates today that I couldn't even really make up my mind whose story to bring y'all first, because they had two endings that just had your mouth hanging. So I'm about to get to the first cliffhanger that they left y'all with, because baby, it was indeed tea. Okay. Anyway, Danny's mom reminds her that you are indeed a Dupree, and you will always be a Dupree. And they all jump up and decide to celebrate something in behind what this girl had been talking about. Okay. And so all of the women got up and they was celebrating like they was all on the catwalk. Danny got up first and she was acting like she was on the catwalk. Then Chelsea got up, and then even the mama got up and she was like, let me show y'all how to do this thing. And then Vernon jumped up. He was like, oh yeah, now. And they did a two-step. Ooh, they was all so happy. Which means something about to go down. You know that means something about to go down behind the gates, honey. And y'all just hold on. I'm going to tell you what had happened was, because I know y'all knows. See, behind the gates, we are very proper. We're very proper about the way that we look in on other people's business. I mean, we knows it, but we're proper with it. Okay. Anyway, everybody was happy doing the two-step, and Jacob was late to the meeting. See, Naomi's husband, the cop, the one who daddy told him yesterday to stay out these Dupree people business. Y'all say hello down there for me now. Put a like under the video because it's very, very important for me. Very, very, very important. It's the little help that I need from you, and I do appreciate it. Anyway, Jacob, the one who daddy had done told him stay out these people business. Leave them Duprees alone. He walks up in the meeting late, right? He walks up in the meeting late. And Naomi runs over to him and she's like, oh, I'm so you finally made it. And he says, this what he says. He says that he is there to arrest Danny. That's how I felt. I almost fell out. Okay. I almost fell out. And then started to read this girl her rights. Can you, what? Son-in-law? Didn't she just call you son-in-law all at the wedding? Cop-in-law, son-in-law. And you there to arrest your very own mother-in-law? Ooh. Then they flash to Bill, who is sitting at the bar that Danny was at earlier. And he's looking very vindictively satisfied. Let me move y'all on over to Eva and Kat. Eva, Kat, Dr. Ted, Dr. Nicole. Because, baby, like I told y'all, things was going on behind the gate. Do y'all want to hear more? Do y'all want to hear more? Somebody comment down here now and say, hey, enjoying the content or get to the point, something, say something. I don't really care what you comment. Just comment me something down there and like the video for me. Because I can't play my like the video. I'm going to play it at the end. Because they struck me for my like the video thing. I don't know why, because it's music you can use. But anyway. Kat and Eva, remember when we last saw them? Kat was all up on Eva about what you doing at my mama desk. What is you doing? Huh? Why you at my mama desk going through computer files? Huh? So Kat walked up to Eva and she says, you know, this is the second time. This the second time that I done caught you all up in my mama's business, nosy all in my mama's business, trying to find out some stuff. She says, so what you over there deleting? What you doing? She says, I'm going to tell you something. My family's motto is fool me once, and that's on you. Fool me twice, and it's your funeral. Cat ain't playing with her. But Eve ain't playing with her either. Cause that Eve is smooth, okay? Um, Eva's Cat tells Eva, she says, even I am not allowed to see my mother's files. As a kid, we weren't allowed to do that. You just try to explain to me what it is that you, Miss, just pulled up from the beauty shop salon, shampoo and hair as a shampoo girl, needs to be seeing in my mama's very sacred files, because you know she's a psychologist. So what's down in these files could cost her entire career if anything in them got out, as if she is the one who let it out. So that's why the daughter is all up in arms about why Eva is being slick, right? She says, I tell you what, my mama's still here, or my mother, because I forgot we are very proper. She said, my mother is still here. Let's just call her and ask her if it's okay for you to be going through her private files, for you to be accessing that. Cat jumped on the phone, and Eva says, Nicole is still doing her rounds. So you're not going to be able to reach her right now. Kat says, well, then I'll stick around and see what you're doing. If there's anything else you need to be perusing through. Okay? She told her, you can get out of here with that. You can go on with that girl, because I ain't about to go nowhere. Okay? So Eva's like, girl, calm down. I don't have no beef with you. And she says, I don't have no beef. I'm trying to see what it is I wrote. And she said, I don't have no beef with you. And Eva says, well, that's all right. My mama gonna know what you did. And then she walked out. Okay. So Ted runs into Dr. Nicole in the hallway. Okay, this is T right here. Look, 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 y'all. Look, y'all. As I always tell you, don't take in too much tea on an empty stomach. Have a crumpet. Have a crumpet. Bite your little cheese sandwich. Ted runs into Dr. Nicole into the hallway, right? And who y'all think in the corner watching? Leslie Laura, the woman that's pretending to be Cat Mama, not the Cat Mama, be Eva's mama that really is Eva Mama. The one that allegedly has this baby by Ted is in the corner watching them make kissy face. And she don't look pleased. Well, Ted gets paged, and as he's about to leave, his daughter is getting off the elevator, and she sees her mother. She's like, oh, I need to holler at you. Dr. Nicole said, I thought we moved past this, because she's telling her, she's like, Mama, I'm trying to tell you, you can't trust that girl. She was all up through your file. She's like, listen, I think that you're just being paranoid and doing too much against Eva. Eva is so nice. She's so perfect. You know, when people too perfect show up, I don't mean, I don't trust it. Just trying to tell you, don't trust it. What's my cousin said when she was little, don't crust it. I don't crust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. But she said, Mama, listen to me. Even when we was kids, we was punished if we was trying to mess with your files. And I think that girl is up to something. She says, I just can't see it, because she's been so nice and efficient, Cat. She says, but her vibe is off. And Dr. Nicole says, I can't fire nobody for no vibe, girl. She says, only you are the ones having the vibe. And Nurse Messi is over in the corner just eating it up. Eating it up. Because you know that's going to be utilized later, because she messy. She just messy. Dr. Nicole told her daughter, she says, I need you to think about this and keep on thinking about it until you think differently. Leave that girl alone. Well, Cat and Chelsea, you know, they cousins, they meet up on the rooftop. And she's telling her what Eva's been up to. She's like, girl, I don't trust that girl. She's been doing too much. And she says the same thing that her auntie says. She's like, I think you just got it against that girl. And Cat says, that girl makes my baby hair stand up. See, I told y'all you got to honor it when them hairs stand up. Because I told you these hairs right here on my arm stand up. My spider senses get to tingling. I already know I'm right. Already know ain't nothing you gonna tell me. And that's the mindset that Cat is in right now. She's like, my spidey senses is tingling, and I'm on that girl. And her cousin says, you know, you just bougie and you being a mean girl. Like, you acting a very high school mean girl. She's like, that's okay. I don't trust that girl. So that was the end of that. because this was kind of out of sequence, but Kat said that she had to leave because she got paged. And no, was it Kat? No, Chelsea said she had to leave because she got paged to come to the compound. Okay. So Eva ends up running into Ted now, right? And Ted is like, "How you doing? How's things going on the job?" He said, "Because I know Nicole has been, giving you a hard time, but try to stay busy." She's like, "I'm just trying to stay busy." He's like, "Yeah, my wife's schedule is very busy, and I know that that's very hard on you." And Eva says, "You don't need to be so nice." Like she's bothered about him being nice because her mama done ran it down to him like he just, that's what he do. He just so perfect. He just so perfect. Which, he is very good at portraying perfect. We all have to admit that, okay? He says, you can talk to me. Whatever it is that's bothering you, because I can tell. I know what's been going on. And then of course they broke the commercial, right? Well, Ted tells Eva that she belongs where she is and that her parents must be very proud of her. And she says, "Well, my mom raised me. I don't really know my dad." And he says, "Well, I know that Kat has had it in for you." And he apologizes to her for that. And he tells her to reach out if she needs any help at all. And then he ends up asking her, like, "Do you need some money?" Like, I, I see, I got distracted for a minute. So when y'all watch that scene, I gotta look at that again later because I was like, how did he jump from that to did you need some money? But she sidestepped that question when he asked her that, though. Dr. Nicole walks in, and she also assures her that it's okay, and for Kat to uh, for Kat not to, and for don't let Kat bother her. She's like, "Don't let Kat bother you. Everything is going good. You're doing good. Just keep doing your job." Eva leaves, right? And Ted says, "She seems like a good kid, and I really feel bad." And Nicole turns to him and says, "You feel bad? Why? You didn't do nothing." Do Ted know that's his daughter? See, you know what? Ted might be playing crazy. He might be playing crazy like a fox. Because Ted might really know that that's who that girl is. I'm with Dr. Nicole. My one eyebrow went up too. I was like, what is going on? Okay. Anyway, Eva runs into her mother at the elevator. And she's like, "Mom, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here." She's like, "Girl, look, I got business to take care of. Ted think he can just jump up and leave me and go live the perfect life with little Dr. Nicole." Mm-mm. So Eva got on the elevator and left her there, right? Well, one of Nicole's patients or somebody is up on the roof threatening to jump off, right? Y'all hear what I said? I said somebody is up on the rooftop threatening to jump off. And so one of the nurses comes over and is like, "Somebody's trying to jump off and they've requested for you to show up." She's tell Ted, "I got to go take care of this." He can't go with her because again, what she does is confidential. So who is it, y'all? Who y'all think that is? Because my first thought was, now I know. I ain't even gonna say. I ain't even gonna say. I ain't even gonna say. So anyway, Dr. Nicole gets up to the rooftop, right? And there she is, standing there with her back turned, right? And Dr. Nicole talking like Celia in The Color Purple. "Did anything come for me?" She's like, "You asked for me?" Child, child, child. Cheerings, cheerings, cheers. Let me tell you what happened. The person is sitting there with their leg up over the railing, turns around slow, and it's Leslie Dana. It's Leslie Dana. It's Leslie Dana, the woman who is the father of her son, her husband's daughter, standing there pretending like she about to jump off. And this is what I'm thinking. Is she pretending to be a patient of hers, or is she trying to become a patient of hers, or like what's up with that? Whew. And then it went off. Show went off. Child, this show today had me breathing hard. But listen, let me tell y'all something. The clips that they show for next week. Whoo-wee. I ain't even gonna tell y'all about those. You just gonna have to wait. But these are my questions that I got. Why did Naomi know? Did Naomi know that her husband was gonna come up in there and arrest her mama? Is Jacob really gonna arrest Danny? Silver bracelets and all, is he really gonna arrest her? And if he does, will Danny have to take a mug shot with her wig off? Woo! The drama. Well, y'all gotta tune in next time when we all gather to get the tea beyond the gates. Don't forget to like the video for me. Leave a little comment. Doesn't really matter what it is. If it's 2 words or 1, I'll appreciate it. And thank you all so much for listening. And we'll gather back here on Monday. Because when I tell y'all the tea is hot next week from those clips that they showed, I mean it. All right, y'all. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend. Bye.
How did you get beyond the gates? Be gone.
Tell absolutely no one that I'm the one that let you in behind the gates. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.